Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, a coin you might have tossed into a vending machine, dropped into a tip jar, or left buried at the bottom of your car's cup holder. Now, what if I told you that very coin, the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter, could be worth more than $500,000? That's right, one single quarter has sold for a staggering $534,000 in today's market. You heard me correctly, a coin worth 25 cents is now trading like a luxury home. The question is, do you have one hiding in plain sight? The West Virginia Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint State Quarter program, released in 2005, celebrating the majestic New River Gorge Bridge. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a rare few carried a striking error so unique, so remarkable, that collectors now scramble with urgency to own it. And in the coin world, rarity equals wealth. Think about this: every day, coins pass through your hands without a second thought. Yet, somewhere out there, tucked inside a jar of change or hidden in an old dresser drawer, one of these flawed quarters may be waiting for discovery. The story of the 2005 error coin is not just about metal, it's about missed opportunities, overlooked treasures, and the sudden moment when an ordinary American realizes they've been holding a fortune all along. And let's be honest, how many of us have a junk drawer that looks more like an archaeological dig site? Imagine cleaning it out and finding a $500,000 coin. Would you still call it junk? Or would you suddenly become the Indiana Jones of your own household? Here's where things get truly exciting. The error on this coin makes it stand out like a diamond in a pile of gravel. Collectors and auction houses alike have witnessed fierce bidding wars, and it's not slowing down. Why? Because the demand for state quarter errors has skyrocketed. Investors, collectors, and even luxury lifestyle seekers are competing to grab these coins before they disappear into private collections. The fear here is very real, fear of missing out. Imagine knowing about this opportunity today, but doing nothing. Years from now, when values have doubled or even tripled, you'll look back and ask yourself, why didn't I check my pocket change when I had the chance? Wealth doesn't wait, and neither do collectors. This is where urgency comes into play. The current market value is over $500,000, but markets move fast. Every time a coin like this is discovered, demand spikes, and the price climbs higher. Collectors aren't waiting. Neither should you, and let me ask, when was the last time you actually looked at your quarters? Not just spent them, but really looked? Don't worry, I won't quiz you on the design of the New River Gorge Bridge, but maybe I should, because knowing could change your financial future. Here's the inspiring part. Stories are surfacing of ordinary people, retirees, parents, young workers, who've stumbled upon error coins that transformed their lives. And it's not just about selling a coin, it's about opening a door to a lifestyle you never thought possible. A single discovery can cover college tuition, clear a mortgage, or even fund the kind of retirement most people only dream about. This is why the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter error has become a symbol of possibility. It represents the idea that wealth can be hiding right in front of you, waiting for those who are willing to look closer. The American dream isn't always about chasing something new. Sometimes, it's about recognizing the value of what you already have. So tonight, when you empty your pockets or dig through that old coffee can full of coins, do it with fresh eyes. That simple act could change everything. And if you're ready to join the wave of collectors cashing in, now is the moment. Don't wait until these coins vanish into private hands and prices soar even higher. Take this as your sign. Check your coins. Research. Reach out to reputable dealers and auction houses. Because the opportunity to turn 25 cents into $534,000 is not just a fantasy, it's happening right now in the coin market. The only question left is, will you be the one to find the next treasure? If you want more insider stories on rare coins and how they're creating wealthy lifestyles for everyday Americans, make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and most importantly, keep searching. Your fortune may be closer than you think. Imagine this for a moment: a single coin, a simple quarter that once passed unnoticed through millions of hands, today carrying a price tag of over $654,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth less than the price of a gumball could be your gateway to a life of wealth, freedom, and financial independence. The 2006 Colorado State $quarter error isn't just a coin, it's a hidden treasure that has collectors, investors, and everyday people racing to check their change. So let me ask you, have you checked your pockets, your coin jars, or those old drawers in the kitchen? Because what I'm about to reveal could very well change your life. The story begins in 2006, when the U.S. Mint released the Colorado State Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program. Millions of these coins were struck, showing the breathtaking Rocky Mountains, a symbol of majesty, strength, and timeless beauty. But within that ocean of ordinary quarters, a few slipped through with a rare and costly error. To most, it looked like nothing more than a quarter. But to the trained eye, it was a masterpiece of rarity, a mistake that transformed an everyday object into a six-figure fortune. Now, why does this matter? Because errors are accidents, and accidents are finite. They cannot be recreated, they cannot be repeated, and they will never come again. Every error coin that surfaces shrinks the chances of another one being found. Think about that for a second. How many are still out there, tucked away in piggy banks or sitting in forgotten coin rolls at the back of a closet? That is where fear and urgency collide. Because while you hesitate, someone else may already be discovering their financial breakthrough. Fast forward to today, and the marketplace is on fire. Collectors are not just interested, they're obsessed. The Colorado error coin has reached astonishing levels, recently valued at $654,000, and with demand showing no signs of slowing, experts believe that number could climb even higher. This is not just about numismatics, this is about wealth creation. People are not simply buying coins, they are buying history, rarity, and status. Think about how the wealthy operate. They don't just buy stocks, bonds, or real estate. They buy hard assets, rare objects that appreciate in value and tell a story. And this coin, this tiny piece of copper and nickel, tells a story that captures the heart of America, from its mountains to its mistakes. That's why its market is not just healthy, it's thriving, alive, and bursting with energy. But here's the humorous part, people still toss these quarters into vending machines. Imagine inserting $600,000 into a soda machine and walking away with a can of root beer. That's the absurdity we're living in. While some people shrug at a mere quarter, others see the golden ticket to a life of abundance. Now, here is where this story connects back to you. If you are sitting on old coins, whether they're state quarters, wheat pennies, silver dollars, or Jefferson nickels, you could be sitting on untapped wealth. The Colorado error coin is just one shining example, but it stands as a wake-up call to every American who dreams of financial freedom. Because wealth isn't always built in the stock market, or from a 9-to-5 grind. Sometimes, it's hiding right under your nose. Picture yourself finding one of these coins, holding it in your hand, and realizing that your life just changed in an instant. That's not fantasy, that's possibility. And possibility belongs to the people who take action. Don't just watch this video and walk away. Open that drawer. Empty that jar. Dig through that old coin album. The world of rare coins is thriving, and fortunes are being made every single day. Remember, history has shown us that opportunities are fleeting. Those who act now are the ones who live richly later. So whether your dream is to travel the world, buy your dream home, or leave behind a legacy of abundance for your family, that dream could begin with something as small as a quarter. This is not just about coins, it's about your future, your legacy, your wealth. The Colorado error quarter has proven that ordinary can become extraordinary. So ask yourself, will you be the one who discovers the next fortune? Or will you let it pass through your fingers like loose change? Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered, could this tiny piece of metal be worth more than a luxury home, a supercar, or even your entire retirement fund? Well, what if I told you, a single 2010 Hot Springs quarter, yes, the state quarter you may have spent at the gas station or used for laundry, has been discovered with a rare error, and it's shaking the coin world to its core with a jaw-dropping current market value of over $643,000. Wait, a quarter, worth almost $750,000? Are you serious? Yes. Dead serious. And before you dismiss this as just another collector's tale, listen closely, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why this coin is in such high demand, what makes it so rare, and how you could be sitting on hidden treasures worth life-changing money. And let me warn you, most people throw these away without ever realizing what they had. That's the fear you should feel right now. Because every day, a rare coin slips through someone's fingers and disappears forever. So lean in, this isn't just about a coin. It's about opportunity. The year was 2010. The U.S. Mint released the very first coin of its brand new America the Beautiful Quarters program. And which design had the honor of being first? Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. A coin meant to celebrate history, nature, and heritage, but hidden among those millions of ordinary quarters was something extraordinary, an error coin so elusive, so breathtaking, that its rarity skyrocketed it into the stratosphere of value. Now here's the thing. Not all errors are created equal. Some are minor, barely noticeable scratches, tiny misalignments, the kind of things that might add a few dollars of value. But this? This was a dramatic minting anomaly, a coin born different from all the rest, a mistake that transformed it from pocket change into treasure. And here's where it gets exciting: error coins aren't printed by design, they happen by accident. That means no one knows how many exist. It could be dozens. It could be just one. And that uncertainty is exactly why collectors, investors, and wealthy buyers are ready to pay fortunes for it. Now, let me pause and reset your focus with a question. When was the last time you actually looked at your change? Not glanced, not tossed it in a jar, but really looked. Imagine if the jar sitting on your dresser, gathering dust, holds one of these ultra-rare Hot Springs quarters right now. Wouldn't you kick yourself if you spent it on a soda? It's a little funny, isn't it? The same coin people used to buy a candy bar could now buy you a 6-bedroom mansion. That's irony with a price tag. The most recent valuation placed this coin at $643,000. That's not hype, that's not rumor, that's the market reality. Why so high? Because demand is outpacing supply. Wealthy collectors are competing for bragging rights, investors are securing tangible assets, and auction houses are fueling a frenzy that shows no sign of slowing down. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear: rare coins like this don't just represent history. They represent financial freedom. One discovery, one lucky find, could shift your family's entire future. So here's the urgency: every day that passes, coins like this are getting harder to find. They're vanishing into private collections, locked away for decades, maybe forever. The window is closing. If you're sitting on old coins, if you've inherited a collection, or if you have jars of quarters hidden in your kitchen drawer, it's time to act, because the choice is simple: either you find them, recognize them, and sell them for their true worth, or someone else will. And when that $643,000 coin changes hands, you'll wish it was you cashing that check. Let me leave you with this vision. Picture yourself holding that coin, knowing it's not just metal, it's a passport. A passport to a wealthy lifestyle, to opportunities you never thought possible, to freedom from financial limits. That's the power sitting in your pocket change. So don't ignore it. Don't wait. Your future could be hiding in plain sight. If this story moved you, if you're ready to take your coin collection seriously and explore the hidden wealth in your hands, make sure you stay connected. Subscribe now, join our growing community of collectors, sellers, and dreamers, and never miss another chance to turn pocket change into prosperity, because remember, wealth doesn't just belong to the lucky. It belongs to those who look closely. And maybe, just maybe, that next life-changing coin is already yours. What if I told you that a simple coin in your pocket, one you may have overlooked 100 times, could be worth over $643,000 today? Yes, you heard me right, a single quarter. And not just any quarter, but the 2015 P. Bombay Hook State quarter with a rare error that has collectors fighting tooth and nail to get their hands on it. Now pause for a second. Imagine reaching into your change jar, the one sitting on your kitchen counter right now, and pulling out something worth more than some people's houses. Sounds unreal, right? But this is happening, and tonight, I'm going to show you why this particular coin has skyrocketed into legendary territory in the collector's market. But before we go deeper, let me ask, how many of you have casually tossed quarters into a drawer, never giving them a second thought? Well, after today, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. The Bombay Hook Quarter, released in 2015 as part of the America the Beautiful series, features a breathtaking design of egrets and herons in their natural habitat. It's art frozen in metal. But here's where it gets fascinating. The Philadelphia Mint, despite its reputation for precision, released a batch of these coins with striking errors. And in the world of numismatics, errors are not flaws, they're golden tickets. Some coins display double dies, others have off-center strikes, and a few were struck so uniquely that they've become almost mythic. These errors, invisible to the casual spender, have transformed what should be a 25-cent coin into a collector's dream valued today at over $643,000. That's not hype, it's real market value. Auctions and private sales have proven again and again that when demand collides with rarity, numbers climb sky high. A standard house in the suburbs might be worth a few $100,000, but if Frank Lloyd Wright designed it? Suddenly, the price tag shoots into the millions. That's what happened with the Bombay Hook Era Quarter. It stopped being just a coin and became a masterpiece of chance, and here's the part most people miss: these coins are still out there. They haven't all been found. They're hiding in pockets, in collections, in dusty jars on nightstands. Which brings me to this: what would you do if the next coin you hold could change your financial life? Every day, more of these rare quarters are being discovered, graded, and locked away into private collections. Once they're gone forever. The window of opportunity is shrinking. And with each discovery, the remaining supply gets smaller, making the value of the ones still out there climb even higher. Now, some of you may be thinking, come on, could I really have one of these sitting at home? Let me answer with a question: why not you? After all, someone has to find the next one. Someone will reach into that jar, flip over a coin, and realize they've just uncovered a small fortune. Why shouldn't it be you? And think about the possibilities. Selling just one coin like this could pay off debt, fund your retirement, or even give you the freedom to live the life you've always dreamed of. A coin worth $643,000 is not just money, it's a key. A key to security, to freedom, and to a future you control. So I'll leave you with this: tonight, go through your change, your drawers, your boxes of coins. Do not let this chance slip away. Because the only thing scarier than missing out on a rare opportunity is realizing later that it was sitting right in front of you all along. And when you find that coin, because I believe some of you will, remember this moment. Remember that you were told, right here, that greatness hides in the smallest of places. The 2015 Bombay Hook Era Quarter isn't just a coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And opportunities like this don't wait forever. Would you like me to also map out the pacing, minute-by-minute breakdown, so the script stretches smoothly across the full 10 minutes, including pauses, emphasis points, and pattern interrupts? That way, you'll have a perfect rhythm for narration in your faceless video. Imagine this: a single pocket change coin, a 2016 D. Theodore Roosevelt quarter, that most people would casually spend on a coffee, has been discovered with a rare error, and today it's valued at an astonishing $634,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a coin you might already have lying forgotten in a drawer. The question is, could you be holding one of these treasures without even realizing it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this coin is so valuable, but also how people just like you are cashing in and transforming their lives through coins hiding in plain sight. The 2016 D. Theodore Roosevelt quarter might look ordinary at first glance. It's part of the America the Beautiful series, minted to honor Roosevelt's adventurous spirit and his role in preserving America's natural beauty. But here's the twist: some coins escaped the mint with a remarkable error. Instead of being discarded or melted down, they slipped through into circulation, becoming golden tickets for whoever finds them. Now, here's the part most people miss. Every day, millions of these quarters pass from hand to hand, tossed in tip jars, jammed into vending machines, or stuffed into coin rolls at the bank. And yet, out there, one of these error quarters could be sitting, maybe even in your pocket right now. The fear of missing out is real, because while most people are ignoring their change, savvy collectors are already hunting, finding, and selling these treasures for life-changing sums. Think about it, $634,000 isn't just a number. That's a new home paid in full. That's early retirement. That's the kind of wealth that shifts a family's future. And all from something smaller than the palm of your hand. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so extraordinary. The 2016 D. Roosevelt quarter with the error has distinct features, misaligned strikes, double details, or minting flaws that make it one of a kind. Collectors thrive on rarity. And when rarity meets a strong historical figure like Theodore Roosevelt, the demand skyrockets. That's how we arrive at today's mind-blowing market value. But here's where I'll pause for a moment, because maybe you're thinking, come on, who would pay six figures for a quarter? Well, let me flip that back on you. Have you ever seen someone pay millions for a baseball card, or for a painting they could easily print online? Value comes from story, rarity, and desire. And these error coins carry all three in spades. Here's a funny image for you. Imagine someone digging through their car's cup holder, brushing aside crumbs and old receipts, only to find a coin that could pay off their mortgage. That's not fantasy, that's reality for people who pay attention. This is why collectors across the country are scrambling to track these coins down. Every time one is discovered, the market grows hotter. Demand is fierce, because serious collectors don't just want any coin, they want the rarest, the most unusual, the one everyone else wishes they had. And once a few wealthy buyers compete, prices climb fast. That's exactly why this coin is now at $634,000 and still climbing. So where does this leave you? Right now, you hold the power to change your future with something as simple as checking your pocket change, your coin jars, or even those dusty old boxes of coins tucked away in the attic. Every coin tells a story, and some stories pay better than lottery tickets. Here's the truth, opportunities like this don't last forever. The more people become aware of the 2016 D. Theodore Roosevelt era quarter, the harder it becomes to find them. That means urgency is key, because hesitation could literally cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think about what it would mean if you found one. Picture selling that coin $4,634,000. Imagine the relief of paying off debts, the pride of securing your family's future, or the freedom to finally live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. That's not just wealth, that's peace of mind. And it's all within reach. Now, here's my challenge to you. After this video, don't just scroll away and forget about it. Take action. Look through your coins, search your collections, and don't dismiss any quarter as just a quarter. Because history proves time and time again, the smallest details often carry the biggest fortunes, and if you're serious about building wealth through rare coins, stay with this channel. Every week, I reveal the hidden gems, the overlooked treasures, and the insider secrets that the wealthy already know. Because you deserve to live a life of abundance, and sometimes, it all begins with one extraordinary coin. So, the next time you hear that satisfying clink of a coin dropping into your hand, ask yourself, is this just spare change, or is this the moment my life changes forever? Subscribe now, because the next rare coin story could very well be the key to your wealth. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so ordinary, yet so extraordinary, it could change your entire financial future. A single quarter, just 25 cents, minted in 2018, with the D mint mark from Denver. At first glance, it looks like spare change you'd toss into your car's cup holder. But here's the twist. One rare error in this pictured rock state quarter has transformed what should be a simple piece of pocket change into a treasure worth over $654,000 on today's market. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, worth more than a luxury home. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your loose change? Are you absolutely certain you aren't sitting on a small fortune right now? Because if you're not looking closely, you could be letting life-changing wealth slip right through your fingers. Collectors are fighting tooth and nail for coins like this. Demand is skyrocketing. The value keeps climbing. And the window of opportunity? It's shrinking every single day. The 2018 Pictured Rocks Quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating Michigan's breathtaking sandstone cliffs along Lake Superior. Millions of these coins were struck. Most ended up in jars, vending machines, or children's piggy banks. But here's where fate intervenes. A rare minting error, almost invisible to the casual eye, slipped through. This isn't just any coin, it's the kind that creates legends. One collector's overlooked find, once verified, sparked a storm in the numismatic world. Prices exploded. Bids soared into the hundreds of thousands. And today? The coin has crossed the unimaginable threshold of $654,000 in market value. Now pause for a second, let that number sink in. $654,000. What would that do for your life? Would you pay off your mortgage? Retire early? Take that trip you've always dreamed of? Maybe you'd finally give your children or grandchildren the financial security you've always wanted for them, and yet, the fear lingers. What if you've already spent one of these coins without realizing it? What if it slipped through your hands at the grocery store, or clinked away in a parking meter? That's the haunting truth about rare coins. Most people never know they had them until it's too late, but for those who do, for those who look closely, who dare to check, who refuse to let opportunity pass them by, the reward is staggering. And here's a funny thought: while you're watching this video, someone else might be digging through their couch cushions, pulling out quarters, and whispering, "Could this be the one?" Imagine the irony of them discovering wealth while you're still deciding whether to check your own change jar. Don't let that be you. So what's the takeaway? The 2018 Pictured Rocks Quarter error is not just a coin, it's proof. Proof that hidden fortune still circulates quietly in our everyday lives, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and the courage to act. The demand is surging. Collectors are lining up. Auction houses are buzzing. And right now, the market is hungry for these finds. This is your wake-up call. Don't ignore it. Don't laugh it off as just a quarter. Because if one coin can be worth $654,000, then every quarter in your possession deserves a second look. Imagine a future where you're no longer scraping by, no longer worried about bills, but instead living abundantly, selling old coins you've had for years for prices you never dreamed possible. That's not fantasy, it's happening right now. For those who ACTE.so, here's what you must do today: start searching. Dig into your jars, your drawers, your wallets. Look carefully at your coins. Pay attention to every detail. Because every overlooked coin is a missed opportunity, and every opportunity missed is a chance at wealth slipping away forever. And remember, wealth doesn't always arrive with a paycheck or a lottery ticket. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your pocket, disguised as spare change, waiting for you to notice. So check your coins. Stay alert. Because the next six-figure treasure could already be in your hands. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary that most people would toss it into a jar without a second thought. Now imagine that same coin, just one quarter, fetching over $642,000 in today's market. Yes, a single 2018 Apostle Island State $quarter error coin has made headlines, and it's not just pocket change, it's life-changing money. What if I told you that coin could be hiding in your dresser drawer right now? Every great discovery begins in the most unlikely places. The 2018 Apostle Islands Quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, minted in Philadelphia, and released into circulation like any other coin. Millions were struck, but just a handful contained minting errors so rare that collectors today are calling them modern treasures. Think about it. You've probably handled quarters from 2018, maybe used them at a gas station or slipped them into a vending machine without a second glance. And yet, one of these coins, bearing a slight mistake invisible to the untrained eye, has become worth more than most luxury homes. That's not luck. That's opportunity meeting knowledge. Here's where the story takes a turn. This isn't just about owning a rare coin. This is about what it represents: financial freedom, generational wealth, and a chance to turn overlooked pocket change into a six-figure payday. Now, let's talk about the fear that no one wants to admit: missing out. Imagine selling off a jar of old coins for face value, and inside was the very coin we're talking about today. Gone forever. That fear is real. Collectors across the nation are scrambling, combing through bank rolls and family coin collections, desperate to uncover one of these hidden gems before they vanish into the vaults of private collectors. Here's the exciting part. The Apostle Islands quarter error has become a star in numismatic circles. Demand is skyrocketing because collectors know how short the supply is. Every year that passes, more of these coins disappear from circulation. The price climbs higher. $642,000 today, who knows what tomorrow will bring? And let's sprinkle in a little humor here, because I know what some of you are thinking: great, now I have to dump my entire coin jar on the kitchen table. Yes, you do. And don't be surprised when the family dog starts sniffing around like he's about to become your new appraisal assistant. The truth is simple: the window of opportunity is closing. If you're holding a 2018 Apostle Islands quarter with the right error, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a fortune in disguise. Here's where knowledge turns into power. These coins are commanding high values at auction because serious collectors understand their rarity. The $642,000 sale wasn't a fluke, it was proof. Proof that in today's market, rare errors are in demand like never before. Now, let's tie this back to you. Maybe you've inherited a box of coins from your parents or grandparents. Maybe you've been saving state quarters since the early 2000s without realizing what treasures you've stacked away. Or maybe you've simply been curious about coin collecting but never took the first step. This is your wake-up call. Don't dismiss the change in your pocket. Don't overlook the simple quarter. One discovery could rewrite your financial story. Imagine paying off your home, investing in your children's future, or finally taking that dream vacation you've put off for decades, all because of a single coin that others walked past. The wealthy don't get ahead by working harder, they get ahead by recognizing opportunities others ignore. And right now, the 2018 Apostle Islands quarter error is one of the greatest opportunities hiding in plain sight. Tonight, grab your coins. Look closely. Don't assume. Research. Because the next great discovery isn't in some museum vault, it might be sitting in your hands this very moment. And remember this: wealth isn't always about how much money you make. It's about how much knowledge you gain and how wisely you act on it. The collectors who already cashed in on their Apostle Islands quarters understood this. Now it's your turn. If you want to stay ahead of the crowd, subscribe, because we uncover the secrets of rare coins that can transform ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. The future belongs to those who recognize value where others see nothing at all. After all, the difference between a 25-cent coin and a $642,000 fortune is just one thing: knowing what to look for. Imagine reaching into your pocket for spare change, only to discover a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could transform your entire financial future. What if I told you that a single 2021 Washington quarter dollar, yes, a coin minted just a couple of years ago, has been confirmed to sell for over $532,000 in today's market? That's not a myth. That's not a rumor. That's reality. And here's the twist: thousands of people unknowingly walk past these treasures every single day, tossing them in tip jars or parking meters, never realizing what they're holding. Now, let me ask you, how many coins are sitting in your kitchen drawer right now? How many quarters have slipped through your hands without a second thought? If that doesn't make your heart skip a beat, it should. Because this is not just about finding pocket change, this is about unlocking life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. The 2021 Washington quarter might look ordinary at first glance, but within the collector's world, a small minting error turned it into one of the most sought-after treasures in modern coin history. We're talking about a mistake so rare that it catapulted the coin's value from a mere 25 cents to more than $500,000. Let that sink in. What most people dismiss as everyday change, collectors are fighting tooth and nail to own, and here's the urgent truth: error coins don't stay hidden forever. Once discovered, once catalogued, their value only increases because scarcity drives demand. Think about it, there are millions of regular quarters out there, but only a tiny handful with this rare flaw. Once those enter the hands of private collectors or auction houses, the window of opportunity slams shut. And that's why you need to be checking every coin in your possession right now. But wait, don't roll your eyes and say, "I'll check later." Later doesn't exist in this game. Every day someone else is pulling a coin from circulation, locking it away, and cashing in. If you hesitate, you're watching opportunity walk right out of your hands. That's the fear, but let's flip it into excitement. Because imagine the rush of holding a coin that everyone else overlooked. Imagine being the one to cash in at $500,000 while your neighbors are still throwing quarters into vending machines. And just to reset your attention for a moment, let me ask you something funny. Have you ever argued with a vending machine that ate your quarter? Well, imagine if that vending machine just swallowed your $532,000 fortune. Still think it's just spare change? This is more than a story about coins. This is a story about vision, patience, and the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. A coin like this represents more than money, it represents possibility. It's proof that hidden wealth surrounds us, waiting for the eyes willing to see it. And the beauty is this: you don't need a vault, you don't need Wall Street, you don't need a trust fund. All you need is the awareness to look closely at what others ignore. Collectors across the country are on fire for these 2021 P-era quarters. Auction houses are buzzing. Private buyers are outbidding one another. Every week, new discoveries are making headlines, and every discovery confirms the same truth: this is not a fad, this is a market in motion, and you have the chance to step inside it right now. So, here's my challenge to you. Don't wait. Tonight, grab that jar of coins, pull out your loose change, and inspect every single quarter with fresh eyes. Because tomorrow, someone else will find one, and someone else will be $500,000 richer. Why not let that person be you? And if you're ready to take this journey seriously, stay connected. Subscribe, learn, and position yourself for wealth most people will never touch. The 2021 P Washington quarter is not just a coin, it's a gateway. A gateway to financial freedom, to building generational wealth, and to living the lifestyle you've always imagined, because remember, every fortune has a beginning. Yours might just start with a quarter.